on something. I've got the urge and it won't stop. No time for breakfast, just my coffee and an English muffin. They open doors at 10 o'clock. Yeah. I said I couldn't go back, but I'm driving. Just take it back if you don't like it. Keep telling myself this is it, but I'm lying. Who cares about that? I left my some dip, a coffee maker, some rubber boots in case it rains. Yeah, I got.
Good day, everybody. How are you? Morning Talks with Ro is right around the corner. Good morning, everybody. How are you? Who's ready for Morning Talks with Ro? Good morning, everybody. How are you? Happy Monday. Are you ready? Morning Talks with Ro is right around
drop
the
in
corner.
and leave you with something tangible to work with and practice. Because some of the things you're going to hear, right, on a regular basis, but if you're not practicing it, it doesn't make it real. It doesn't settle in as wisdom, right? It doesn't serve you the way that it could serve you if you use the tools. You got to work this stuff. It's one thing to talk about it, right? It's one thing to be lip service. It's another thing to actually implement this into your life.
Where you at? Hey! Y'all ready to level up for Morning Talks with Ro? Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
When soul singer and black activist Sam Cooke wrote the lyrics to his song, A Change Is Gonna Come, it was very direct and to the point. With some changes to it, the song was still digestible. In the year 2019, black folks continue to go through the change rather than direct the change. A community activist named Taalik Ibn'rad has made an appeal similar to what Sam Cooke was asking for. A change. It's said that the meek shall inherit the earth. We ask when. When will the landlords give the meek a free lease? Mr. Ibn'rad is humbly asking for the state of Mississippi. President Trump has already had sit-downs with the wrong representatives of the black community. How about a real discussion with a true grassroots African American? Join and organize Operation Exodus Mississippi today, or become a supporter.
Hey, how y'all doing? So y'all here to invite you to come on over to the new This is Assembly channel right here on YouTube. All the current videos on GL's channel, which is me, have been updated and uploaded to this assembly. New videos as well as the old are there. In fact, there are 2 new videos there at this moment, with 2 more soon to follow, and all the other new videos soon after that. So come over to this assembly. I provided a link below for you to come there and see all the content and continue learning on this journey with me. So y'all, thank you for your patronage and I look forward to seeing you there. I mean.
Peace, peace. Peace and respect you. Angel Snub 7 in the house along with In Vogue. Free your mind. We want to free our minds. Look, earlier today, I just did a video lecture not too long ago. The topic was why soul is the best identity for Black peoples. And towards the end of that video lecture, I allowed the famous faceless troll Alquan to come upon my platform, and this, it never fails, very disrespectful, making me very angry, accusing me of things, assuming things that I might be about, and telling me things that I did not say. I'm going to tell you what you said. I did not say that. You know, things of this nature. Very disrespectful. And what I noticed, not only about this troll, but what I noticed is that many of these persons, many of them are, I would not say they are very, very young, but maybe they are late 20s, 30s, something to that effect. So that makes me their elder. And they have no respect at all for their elders. We are stupid. We are senile. We have not learned anything. Unless, of course, we become famous like Louis Farrakhan. Then we might get a little respect. We might get a little respect if we are Al Sharpton or Jesse Jackson or Barack Obama or something like that, to that effect. But generally, older people are just stupid, senile. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. You lived all this time on the planet for nothing. And I still have similar. And this is another thing. I keep saying this over and over again. I guarantee you, a lot of these guys, and they won't answer me. I bet they were Similac babies. I bet they drank Similac and Enfamil, those formulas. They were not allowed to drink from their mother's breast. And that means your brain is not properly formed. That's what it means. Your brain in the beginning of your life did not develop properly. And that's a problem. When you come here and you want to mess with somebody. Now, I'm not saying that everybody that is breastfed is the greatest, the smartest, whatever, but it sure helps when you, in the beginning of your life, your brain develops properly. Now, earlier, prior to my doing this video lecture, on Facebook, I am still in contact with the brother who was my captain when I was in the Nation of Islam, Brother Ronald X. Stewart. And we disagree because he still is a Muslim. He's not with Louis Farrakhan anymore, but he's still a Muslim. And we have our disagreements, but he's my elder. Not only is Brother Ronald X. Stewart my elder, he was a wonderful example when I was a young man. He would not tell me to do something that he would not do. And I have much, much respect for that brother. And we had a conversation going back and forth. But see, also, he's very wise. He's very wise in his years, and he understands. So when it was all said and done in our conversation, it was really, really nice. But I never grew up to disrespect my elders. As much as you hear me talk about Minister Farrakhan, there's no way that I would disrespect that man. I would not call him out of his name. I would not call him Farrakhan and talk about his family. I would not do that. He's still my elder, and I'm going to tell him that he's my elder, but in a nice way. I still would tell him I still have to stick to my gun. I will say, sir, well, I don't feel as though you are a competent leader. And I would tell him about these other things, but I would never say that in a disrespectful manner. Now, for myself, earlier, was it this week or last week? There was somebody, was it Facebook or YouTube? I can't really remember. But there was somebody who don't know who I am, don't know nothing about me. And you could tell they was a younger person. And then I told them, when I was a young person, it was mandatory that you stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I refused to because of the evil that this country done to my people. So I refused as a child, 8 or 9 years old. The only one in the whole school. And when I told them that, they said, I'm sorry, elder, for my words. I'm sorry, elder, for my words. Peace. And that was it. We are living among these young brothers who have no respect for their elders at all. They think they have read books, newspaper articles, and in their mind, they know it all. And it's not getting them anywhere. You can see it's not getting them anywhere. They can get donations, they can get some money, they can get praise and accolades because they sound smart and they talk good, but they are failing to produce. Now, whether you believe in God or not, there's such a thing called a blessing, because all of your elders are not senile. Not all of your elders are wacky. I did not live. First of all, I've been in this struggle since I was a child. What was you doing when you were 7 or 8 years old? When I was 7 or 8 years old, I was rebelling against the system by myself. I protest by myself. I don't need people to help me. I could do it by myself. As a child, I've done it by myself. There was nobody in my family that wanted to rebel against what we call white supremacy. There was nobody. I've done it by myself. And I joined Minister Farrakhan because he was my elder, and I thought he knew what he was doing. But it turned out to be nothing but some religious garbage, had nothing to do with liberating. You just become a worse slave. That's all. And docile. And waiting for the mother plane to come out the sky. Or some other miracle. You're no different from the Christians that we was talking about. So basically, you're telling me, through all my experience, my 50-some years on this planet, living in racism, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about because I'm not following John Henry Clark. I'm not following Marcus Garvey. I'm not following Farrakhan. I'm not following Jesse Jackson. I'm not following all these other people. Why should I follow them? Matter of fact, I was a helper, not a follower, a helper of Louis Farrakhan. What did I get out of it? A burnt-up piece of bean pie, and I was able to sleep on pickle barrels for a few nights. That's what I got for 9 years. 9 years. I was hoping my elders could guide me better. So now you are blessed. Not only me. It's others. They don't get a lot of views. They don't have a lot of subscribers. There are brothers and sisters here, your elders, that are thinking straight. They see the reality of the situation, and you ignore them, and you think you're smarter. Well, let's see. We will see. I will sit back in the cut. I have no problem with sitting back in the cut. I don't wish you failure, but that's what's going to happen to you. I mean, it's common sense, because you don't know. You don't know. You're doing the same thing, copying the same thing, saying the same words that somebody already did that failed. Marcus Garvey failed. Louis Farrakhan is a failure. Jesse Jackson is a failure. Elijah Muhammad is a failure. Malcolm X is a failure. You don't want to hear that. Prove to me that they were successful. Yeah, success a little bit here, a little bit there. Look at the condition of the people. Still slaves. Still carrying the Cracker Peckerwood name. Still living the life of a slave, just like you are. So you're not liberated. And you're doing the same thing that those before you done, and something they was not doing right. And you doing the same exact stuff, and you believe that you're going to get a different result. In sports, one of the best advantages that you can have is what they call an unorthodox style. Because most people are right-handed, it throws you off when somebody fights left-handed. Or whatever you do. Larry Bird in the NBA was different, but he got the job done. The only thing you have to do is put that basketball through that hoop. That's all basketball really is about. And that's what Larry Bird done. But Larry Bird was different from everybody. He was unorthodox. So when you come to this ministry, the reason why you can't comprehend, the reason why you don't understand, first of all, because your mind is not in a good place because you disrespect your elder. You think somebody's stupid and senile. And second of all, I'm unorthodox. I'm not sounding like Dr. Ben or Ashra Kwesi. I don't sound like Sarah Sunseti or Young Pharaoh, metaphysical and the Kemet and the Hebrew and waiting on Esau and the Edomites and all like that. No, we're talking about simple liberation. We're not talking about morality. We're talking about freedom. We're not talking about morality. We're not talking about personal crap. You are in no position to tell nobody what to do personally, and I wouldn't want to do that anyway. I don't control your life. I can advise and ask you. I'm not going to make you do nothing. We've had enough of that for 400 years. Somebody telling you what to do with your life. You get the hell out of my face. You don't tell me what to do. You don't tell me how to live my life. Take your happy ass wherever you want to go, but you're not going to go nowhere because you don't know how to get there. You don't know how to get there except run your mouth. Make yourself feel good. Intellectual masturbation. Want to try to sound smarter than the other Negro. That's all you can accomplish. So when you come here, I offer an unorthodox style. And when you're dealing in a fight with an unorthodox style, it throws your enemy off because they don't know, they've never seen that before. And that's what you need, the element of surprise. All this stuff that you're talking about is not surprising to nobody. Because I'm saying something, but I have something else up my sleeve. But you don't understand that. You have no creativity. You have no vision. You got too much Similac on your brain. you got too much Enfamil in your system. So, I mean, it's up to you. Live or die. Listen to your elders, and you might live. Oh, I was just thinking about some things, and it made me laugh, so I decided to come before you and share a little of that laughter with my audience. It's sort of, well, tell me what you think. I'm going to tell you the story. Oh, by the way, for those of you who don't know, who I is, I'm the Mighty One, Angel Snub 7, and of course, this is the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am also your soul brother, number 1. Now, oh man. Now, I made a video talking about how men praise men like they should do women. But at the same time, these straight guys have a problem with homosexual behavior. But they don't see that some of the behavior that they exhibit looks sort of, but it's all right. It's all right for them to basically foam at the mouth when they hear the name of another man. Oh, Farrakhan! Oh, Farrakhan! Oh, dear holy apostle, he's so great. Ooh. They think that's all right. They think that's all right. Oh, Jesus, too fun. This is another man's name that you're that's coming out your mouth. They don't see nothing wrong with that. Now, if I was Fred Sanford, I would probably do like this. Them people, those guys are sort of, what is it that Raleigh Freeman said? Nigga, you gay. They don't see nothing wrong with it. They see nothing wrong with it. You foaming at the mouth and praising a man like that. He's just a brother. Sure he is. He's just a brother. Now there's another behavior that I want to talk about. And as many of you know, I was a helper, not a follower. I want to make this perfectly clear. I was a helper of Louis Farrakhan for about 9 years. A helper. I did not join to follow him. I was helping him because he promised to rebuild the Nation of Islam as the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the way the Honorable Elijah Muhammad wanted the Nation of Islam, or the way the Honorable Elijah Muhammad controlled or ruled, or however, ruled the Nation of Islam, back in the day. That's what I was looking for. Now, I saw within about 2 years or less that is not what Minister Farrakhan was doing. But I went on and I tried to deal with it because of my relatives, and it just wasn't working. And eventually, I had to go, because otherwise, you really could have called me a hypocrite, because I was going to be pretending to be something that I'm not. So, and there were some other things it just wasn't working. And everything, all relationships don't work, just wasn't working. But I tell you, one of my experiences in the nation that make me laugh, and it goes back to things that sort of, and it wouldn't be so bad, but you have these brothers out here. They I don't like the homosexual behaviors and the homosexuals and the lesbians. And there's a there's a homosexual agenda. They talk all this stuff all the time. But they don't look at their own behavior. Like their own behavior ain't sort of, Now me, myself, many of these idiots, when they don't like what you say, you was raised by a single mother. I was not raised by a single mother. My mother was married. Matter of fact, my mother was married 2 times. Okay? So I don't know if that's the best that you can do. And even if I was raised by a single mother, makes no difference about my opinion or what I'm telling you. It's not going to change. Whether my mother was married or not, it's not going to change my opinion about your happy ass. It's not going to change. But these are the same folks that talk about really, really bad. I don't want to live around no homosexuals, them lesbians, them gays, but they don't look at their own behavior. Because frankly, I have to question you. I don't want to live around you either because I don't know. Because it might go beyond what I'm looking at. Because look at this. Now check this out. Now, I was in the Nation of Islam, and for me, I like hanging around the sisters. I was raised around women in my own personal family. My mother, aunt, sisters. I was the only boy for a long, long time, for 10 some years. I was the only boy. I was raised around women all the time. I like being around women. And I would tell you, I could not be gay because I don't like men. Men, especially soul brothers, I'm sorry, we are pathetic. We pitiful. We won't do what we need to do. I don't like men. I don't like being around men. I tell these brothers, I don't talk to men. Don't be calling me on the phone all the time. I don't like talking to men. I don't talk to men like that. I tell these brothers, I don't talk to men like that. I don't deal with men like that. I like the sisters. I like hanging around the sisters. I like women's voices. I like women's faces. I like women's everything about the sisters. That's just how I am. So when I was in the Nation of Islam, every chance I got, I always was hanging with the sisters. That's just how I roll. I'm not into being around. I don't like being around hard legs like that. That's me. I just don't like it. I got women on the wall. See? Now, and I think I did have Malcolm for a while. Yeah, I had Malcolm for a while. But look. So in the Nation of Islam, as a fruit of Islam, this is the funny thing about this greeting. Okay, you approach your brother. You're supposed to salute your brother or whatever, or a captain, somebody with rank. Of course, you salute them or whatever. But in general, what you do now, look, you reach out, shake your brother's hand, and what happened is you bring your brother in. Oh, wow. You bring your brother in close and you greet each other cheek to cheek. That's my problem. What's up with this cheek to cheek stuff? I remember when I first done it, and basically I talked to the other brothers and everybody was feeling funny about it. What's this, greet, you bring your brother in close and this cheek to cheek thing. Assalamu alaikum, I can't get with that. I felt funny. Matter of fact, a lot of the brothers felt funny. But this is how it was justified. Brother, ain't nothing wrong with another brother showing affection and, hey, that's manly. You know what you are. And I'm going to stay that way too. I'm going to stay that way. I did not do that. I went through the motions. I did not touch brothers cheek to cheek. I'm not going to do that. Now, this is how they explained it. And they used like the mafia for an example, because the mafia, they do that cheek to cheek stuff when they greet each other. Matter of fact, I've seen in certain cases, those men, they actually kiss. Now, what's up? What's up with, I'm not going to kiss another man. It's not happening. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to cheek to cheek. I remember I tried. I'm like, felt so fun. I'm like, no. Now, I did not even know nothing about Riley Freeman. What, this was back in the 80s? There was no, I don't know if there was a Boondocks cartoon yet or not. I don't know. This was the 80s. But Riley Freeman, I did not know anything about a Riley Freeman, but in the back of my mind, Riley was saying, nigga, you gay. Cheek to cheek. What's up with that? And then you're going to use the example of a people whose lifestyle that you said that's where lesbian and homosexuality come from, out of the European lifestyle. You're going to use them as an example to justify or explain why we supposed to, as men, we supposed to greet another brother, cheek to cheek. Man, no. I can't. I don't know. I can't roll with that, y'all. I can't. No. I can't get with it. I cannot get with it. No. But when you're a part of these religions or these cults, or you brainwashed by somebody and you're under their control, you don't think for yourself. So they told you to do this, and in your mind, and for you, it feels funny, but you're gonna do it anyway. Nah, not for me. No. I would go through the motions, but I would never touch. Shake it. Matter of fact, let me tell you, I don't even like, quite honestly, I really don't even like touching another man's hand. I don't even like shaking hands. I don't even like shaking hands either. I don't like that either. Let alone talking about touching your cheek, a man's cheek. Next thing you know, you're going to be touching that man's other cheek. I can't. I cannot get. No, I can't. No. I can't get with it. FOI, do that mean I'm not gonna say that because somebody called me, said that I'm prejudiced against homosexuals or gays or something like that. I'm not gonna say that, but I'm not. You don't bother me, I don't bother you. We can live in peace. So that don't bother me at all. I have nothing against those because there's everybody got there's things about me you don't like. I mean, so what? We are all different in this world. But I do know if you create a system and a lifestyle that diminishes the things that we believe create these behaviors, because these behaviors are unnatural. So we take away these elements. You don't have to kill homosexuals. Just take away the elements, those things that you believe, and I think that we know that causes these behaviors, and all that would disappear. Not only homosexuality, but drug addiction, alcoholism, pedophilia, sex addiction, and all this other stuff. All this stuff will start to disappear because this society that we live in, it creates all this mess. It creates it. It's a breeding ground for it. Well, and it seems as though the FOI is part of it and don't know it. No. So those brothers are in the temples right now. They greet each other, cheek to cheek. No, I can't get with it. No, I'll pass on that one, because cheek to cheek here might mean cheek to cheek there. Dude, there's only one cheeks that I like. just want to just be casual and just talk to us, just like if I was in your living room. And of course, for many of you, I would not be allowed in your living room. Matter of fact, I would not be allowed on your doorstep. I would not be allowed on your street. I would I would not be allowed in your neighborhood. I would not be allowed in your town or your city. Y'all something else. Negroes know when they hate people, you go all the way. But you have all this hate, and we can get all this hate for another soul brother and sister, all this emotion, negative emotion towards another brother and sister. But when it comes to the real enemy, we don't have that type of, you just don't have that type of emotion. I mean, you say the white man's the devil and the Edomites and Esau, whatever that stuff that y'all be talking about. But the way that you act towards another soul brother and sister, woo, man. If you had that energy, that focus that you have on the hatred and being violent and vulgar and profane and nasty to another victim of pink racism in this nation, if you had that type of energy and used it toward your liberation, woo, man, you would be free of an oppressor overnight. This is not to say that would be the end of your problem, because it would just be the beginning, because in your current state of mind, even if the peckerwood was gone, you would not get along because you're not doing a good job right now. You don't get along with each other right now. So a world or a nation or a society with this type of mindset, you will not gain freedom. Within days, there will be civil war. Within days, there will be murder and all the things that y'all talk about. Black folks by nature is holy. Black folks by nature is righteous. You will not see none of that. The only reason why you are under some type of control right now is because of the white man and his law. Because if we did not have the white man and his law, y'all would go crazy on one another. That's a guarantee. You're doing it now. So Lordy knows what would happen if you take the white man's law out of the equation and left it up to you, because you're not holy and righteous. You're really not a lover of soul brothers and sisters. You really don't love us like that. It's pretend. You have an agenda. You want everybody to be like you. You want robots. You want slaves just like they do. You want to control and tell people what to do, how to live, when to take a dump, when to urinate, when to go to sleep, when to wake up, all that kind of stuff. That's all you want to do. You have a racist slave massa mentality, just like your massa. So that's the reason why, because I have not done nothing to you. Nothing to you to make you want to hate me. Don't step in my yard and you get your shotgun. But many of us out here in YouTube land, you have that type of mindset. You're just as insane as those of whom you complain about. So Malcolm, I want to talk about this saying that Malcolm, because I never knew Malcolm. I was a little baby when Malcolm was alive. I don't know Malcolm X personally. I never met Brother Malcolm. I don't know. So I have to go by what somebody said that Malcolm said, because I haven't seen the video either. But I was told that Brother Malcolm said that in order for the Negro or the Afro-American, in order for us to really want to change our condition, we must get angry. Because if you notice, those who are docile, those who are nonchalant, their condition does not change. Your condition does not change. Your condition does not change. Your exploitation worsens because you are docile. If you notice, the most angry we've ever gotten as a people in this nation, and really it was only by a few thousand, maybe a million, probably a few million, but really it was a few thousand that got really angry. Dr. King, Malcolm X, Elijah Muhammad, Noah Drew Ali, Marcus Garvey, all these persons were angry. They had gotten sick and tired. Our sister Fannie Lou Hamer said, "I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired." From the words of Popeye the Sailor, "I've stood all I can stand. I can't stand no more." That's when you get angry. That's when you fight. But when you're docile, when you're comfortable, yeah, you complain, but you don't really have no fight. Dr. King and those in the civil rights movement was tired of going to the back of the bus and being disrespected and the humiliation. And of course, the racism and excuse me, the daily just disrespect, being treated non-human. They got sick of it. And they paid a price. They lost their jobs. I'm going to say that again. During the civil rights movement, they lost their jobs. They lost their jobs. They suffered. They went to jail. Some died. Men, women, and children. Men, women, and children. During the civil rights era. They was tired. And when you get ready to fight, that's something that goes along with the territory, because your enemy don't like that. Now, mind you, you are being disrespected and you're being murdered anyway. What you have to lose? All down in the South, people living in fear. You don't know what might happen to you from day to day. And all over the country, you had those who were willing to take up weapons, those who were just angry and mad. I'm sick of it. I can't stand no more of this mess. So Brother Malcolm said, a people's condition don't change till they get angry. And so the most angry time in our history, soul brothers and sisters, was during the civil rights era. And your enemy was worried, because what if the whole 18 to 20 million in this country, what if we got angry and followed behind this small few thousand? This nation, your enemies, your oppressor would be in trouble to handle 18 to 20 million angry. So if you look at your family, I look at mine, and I was a child. I was the only one in my family interested in getting angry and fighting this oppressor. The only one. My father wasn't interested. Mother, sisters, auntie. Well, my aunties was involved, and some of my other relatives was involved in the Nation of Islam. But overall, nobody. How many in your family was involved in the civil rights movement, in the struggle? Joined the Black Panther Party, even the NAACP, joined Dr. King, the Nation of Islam, whoever was out there. They tried to do something. Most Negroes in America, even to this day, they do nothing. They're not angry. They don't mind. They can handle the disrespect, the humiliation, the degradation. And that's how it has been in this nation for a long time, until we as a people become angry. So you have our younger brothers and sisters who are getting to the point where they are angry. Then you have our preachers, including Minister Louis Farrakhan, who will tell you, settle down, don't get angry. Your condition will not change till you get angry and stay angry. Nobody wants to be angry. When I was incarcerated, I had to learn and keep myself angry, because if I did not, I would mess around and get comfortable in my incarceration, get comfortable in my oppression. You must stay angry. You must stay focused. It's give me liberty or give me death. I want out. I want out of here. You devil, you white man, you are going to get off my back once and for all. This monkey is going to get off my back once and for all. It's all or nothing. I don't want to work with you. I don't want to work things out. You're going to leave me the hell alone. This is going to come to an end. Brothers and sisters, you got to get angry. You got to get focused on your liberation once and for all. This has to come to an end. Now, it's up to you what you want to do. But I know right now that you're comfortable. You have a decent job. You know, you're living pretty decent. You got your degrees on the wall and you're comfortable. Even the black power folks, that's why the only thing they do is talk. 24 hours of talk. That's all. The conversations that you see on YouTube does nothing and will do nothing to change your condition. Next year, more talk. The year after that, more talk. Because there is no real anger. Because anger will make you, look, you got to try. You're not even trying. You're not even trying to change your condition. You just want to feel good and want to pretend like you doing something. So if you listen to Sarasun Seti, if you listen to Tariq Nasheed, if you listen to people talking about white supremacy, the advice show, white supremacy, that makes you feel good, but your condition will never change because you're not angry. Because actually, you've grown to like, you become institutionalized. You're institutionalized. You understand that you live in an oppression, but you're institutionalized and you have learned how to tolerate, you have learned how to love it. And you want to work with your oppression. Ain't that a blip? So somebody told me I could have gotten out of my incarceration a long time ago, but they wanted to give me little bits and pieces. And I said, no. I came in here free. I'm going to leave here free. You're not going to give me a little bit of nothing. You're going to give me what I had when I got here. It's either all or nothing. You just mind, you don't care, give you little bits and pieces. And, you know, if you get free liberation, that's cool. If you don't get it, you really don't mind because you're comfortable, you're institutionalized. Until we get angry, your condition will not change. I don't care how much money you have, how much education, I don't care how many DVDs and research you do, your condition will not change until you get angry enough to change it. Am I right or wrong? you the man that is the provider of woman, the defender of your woman and your children, the defender of the community or the nation. Okay. And it is wonderful that many black men would stand up and have awakened to the knowledge and are attempting and trying to stand up and be a warrior and a soldier. Now, they do a better job when they go into the white man's army, because the white man's army puts you in an environment that makes you have no choice but to accept your role as a warrior and a soldier. But when you claim and when you pretend to be a warrior and a soldier in regular environment, then you become an ineffective warrior and an ineffective soldier. And I will explain that in just a second. What brings me to this talk is that you have brothers that's talking about black power. We are at war, family. We are under threat, family. You have brothers that's talking about how bad the black community is. That means the black community is in a poor condition, sad condition. It is in a environment of extreme danger. It is under threat. It is under siege. So it is understood by the black male that they want to be a soldier and a warrior to fight against the threat and those things which bring harm to the black woman, the children, our community, and hopefully one day our nation. This is wonderful. But at the same time, I look at these individuals, black power, kill the white man, kill the cracker, and they so filled up with talk about being a soldier. They want to look like warriors. They want to sound like warriors. But they are not warriors. They are frauds. And I'm going to tell you why they are frauds. Because they are having babies and having families. Now this is controversial. Actually, it's not controversial. It's reality. But for those who want to justify their actions, then it's controversial and you don't want to hear it. A soldier, listen to me, especially the black man claiming to be a warrior, you don't have time to run around and make babies. You don't have time to run around here and get caught up in love. Oh, brother, come on now. It's natural for a man to love a woman. It's natural for a woman to love a man. But your situation is unnatural. And when your situation turns unnatural, then you have to respond accordingly until you bring your situation back to normal, back to nature. The problem that's holding up and is a hindrance to the black community is sex, drugs, and alcohol. And you want to have a family. You do not see in nature animals reproducing when the conditions are not right. They will not have any babies at all, or they will limit their babies very minimum. And when they are under threat by an enemy, they don't have no babies at all. They are on the defense. They're not thinking about making no damn love. They're not thinking about having no babies. They are under threat. They need to get this enemy off their back. But here you are, hotel, black power, and all these things y'all be hollering, pretending to be a warrior, pretending to be a soldier, and you spitting out babies, and you run around trying to find love and all this kind of stuff. But yet and still, you claim that you are under threat. You claim that the conditions is poor. That's just like if you are in the boxing ring and somebody's trying to bash your face in, on your mind is making love. That's one of the reasons why many say that Mike Tyson lost his championship to Buster Douglas because of his family problems with Robin Givens. When a soldier is at war, when a soldier is on the battlefield, when your community is under threat, you fight for your children and you fight for your wife because of love. But you're not thinking about making love. You're not thinking about those children. You're thinking about getting this damn lion, if you are a rabbit, off your back. But see, the problem here is the black man. And even though you scream Hotep, Black Power, Ashe, Shalom, all these things, and you out in the street and you look like a warrior, but you still a damn sex addict. You still, in your mind, you are a breeder. And so, and not only are you a breeder in your mind, but all around you in this filthy and nasty society, you are surrounded by sex, so it stays there. And as long as a soldier or a warrior, as long as your mind is in the gutter, you cannot be an effective fighter. You are having babies in conditions that you say you don't like. Why are you bringing babies into an environment you say that is bad for that child? And the resources that you, and the time and the effort you use to raise a child, to raise a baby in a horrid environment, you could be using those same resources